Whew. I'll be right back. I know you can still hear me. You're supposed to have got Bluetooth on, so. There we go. Woo! All right. Yeah. I need to look down at that guitar no more. Mercy. That was fun. Got to use this thing. I think about using the StreamYard all the time, you know, but it's like, what are you going to talk about? What are you going to do? Tune down to standard D with 13s. Holy smokes, 13s. You're a beast. I know tuning down some helps, but still. It's got to be still more tension than like 9s in regular 440. Standard tuning, whatever. I always use standard tuning because most of the songs I listen to are standard. And I like to play along with them. So I got 3 guitars. I could have one half step, but I really don't have any songs I play half stepped or drop D, anything like that. Wow. My daughter is a second chair in the symphony. That's amazing. I'm gonna be good. I played the old trombone when I was in, what, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And then it wasn't cool no more. I had other things to do. Yeah. Get in the car, crank the 6x9, you know, the Jensens. The Kenwood stack, jam your tunes, go party and play with your buddies. Yeah. Trombone went out the door. Let me see, I don't need two cameras on no more either. There we go. Let's see, somebody want to join me? Hooligan, you're there. Why don't you come join me, man? Get this party started. I gotta find my stuff now. My inviting stuff. I saved it on a, there we go. See if this works. All right, we got to get, sorry if I just blew in the mic. Okay, we got live links. I'm going to copy and paste. Copy. And let's see if this works. There, I sent you. Yeah, that works. I'll actually look for you this time, Hooligan, and add you. You'll be sitting there private messaging me for 5 minutes before I see you enter down here. You're like, Kenwood. Philco, yep. Well, I was lucky. I got to work for my dad a lot, and I did heating and air conditioning. So when I was younger, he kept me working a lot, and I made my money and spent it every Friday. Beer and tunes and stereos and, you know, girlfriends, stuff like that. I'm sure we've all done some of that, right? Love the backdrop. Oh yeah, it's at my actual, I took a nice shot of that and of course added it on this StreamYard. So many things you can do with the StreamYard. You can change all the, where are you, Hooligan? I sent you a thing. If you don't want to join, that's fine, but just letting you know, I sent you a link on your phone. Oh, there's Sick too. Anybody else wants to join, I send you a link. Nobody's biting. I remembered, get a drink before you live stream. Whew. Let's see. I sent one there. Let's try Mr. Eric. There you go. Where you at? I'll try this one too. Okay, y'all, sent out 4 invites if you want. Anybody wants to hop on here with me? Just hop on. Got a thing for 4 peeps. I sent out 3. I can get some of my stuff back over here now. Got that guitar out of the way. Well, if I post it there, then just anybody can get on, which I really don't care. I can try it. I just don't see anybody else doing that. And I sent it to your phone, right? All you gotta do, I think, is hit the link. Oh, there's Ray. Hang on. Takes me a second, Ray. There we go. I got you there. Ray. Man. You joined me. You hear me good? It says whoops. Yours didn't say whoops, did it, Ray? I don't know if he can hear me or not.
Hey.
I gotta get my...
Hello. I'm here.
I hear you too. I think I gotta go get my headphones so we don't get feedback. Are you hearing any? You hear me? You don't hear me? All right, let's see here.
There are no gingerbread.
I guess you don't. Let me just hit weird on the man, yeah.
Well, it shows I'm on there.
Yeah, you are.
Well, it shows I'm here.
You are. I hear you. You don't hear me. Oh well. You can try the link again, or
Yeah, I hear you.
you do? Okay. Good. Is it echoing or anything? Because I probably should have my headphones on. I don't know if it's echoing or not. Let me see. I'm gonna put this audio, reduce mic ground back noise.
Can anybody see me?
Yeah, I see you. You're good. Let's see if anybody else pops in here.
I did.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining me, Ray. Jeez, that's awesome.
There we go.
Yeah,
Cool.
much better, huh? Post the
Yeah.
link in the chat.
Well,
All right,
I'm trying to get situated. Yeah, I can hear you. I got a bunch of background.
Can't get the link to work. Okay, let me try a new link. I bet we got to use a new. I don't know. It worked for Ray though. Copy. Hang in there, Ray. I'm trying to post this link to a couple other people here.
Man, what a time lapse. Yeah, I can hear you.
Good deal. You say we're having a big delay?
I can hear you, Dean.
I hear you too. We're good. I'm just trying to send out another link here
All right, how's that?
You good? I don't know. I'm a rookie at this, so I hope you all be patient with me, man. Where you been, Ray? Anywhere? You went to Panama last, and how long you been back?
Yeah, I hear you. Yes, I hear you.
We must just have a big delay or something. You must be using Wi-Fi.
No, but we got a good time lapse in between what I say and when it comes up.
Yeah. Yeah. I sent copy. Yeah, it's good to know this stuff now because I'm sure we'll run into issues. I don't see nobody else.
You're welcome.
Nobody else typing or nothing. I think we froze up. I don't know.
Yeah. Hold on,
Yeah.
I'll be back.
No problem, Ray.
Hold on, I'll be back.
Okay. Got camera interface. He'll be able to do this good here soon. What else we got? Send it to your email.
Oh man.
All right. Sick, we got you on, man. Trying to send this to Hooligan.
What's up?
Trying to send this to Hooligan.
What's up?
I'm going to go get my headphones. If you all can just hang on. I'll be right back. Headphones. If y'all can just hang on. I'll be right back. If y'all can just hang on. All right, I'm back. All right. This is something else, man. All right. This is something else. So, we doing okay here? Everybody able to hear me and we can chat? Who else we got? Hooligan, there we are.
I'm here.
Woo, I got you now, man. Doing okay here? Everybody I know we've done this before, like me, Sick and Hooligan, and we didn't have really no delays or nothing, and was able to talk pretty easily. So I don't know what's up today. Something new. Ray, you look like you froze, man.
Ray dropped out.
Did he?
He may come back. He may come back in a minute. He dropped out, it looks like.
Okay. Yeah, just popping up for a little bit.
What the wind may blow his signal out.
There we are.
There we are. 3 back.
What an adventure.
The little rascal is back.
The little rascal, yeah, man. Oh.
I think Eric's froze in the middle.
Yeah, he's just standing there like
that or he's posing for us.
You got you some good Wi-Fi then. You're hooked up to Wi-Fi. You're using your phone, and I'm hooked up to a LAN, or I mean not landline, but direct.
I got the box right there.
Yeah, you got the box, man. You hooked up.
Yeah, I'm paying for it.
Oh, there's Hooligan again there. Let me see, remove. I see Sick, but he's struggling, man.
Yeah, he'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
Ray dropped out.
Yeah.
Ray, I chased him off.
The Wi-Fi off.
What'd you turn up?
I turned the Wi-Fi off.
Oh, yeah.
I figured the Wi-Fi would work better, but it's delayed.
Yeah. I got the Wi-Fi on this one. I keep the Wi-Fi on because I'm paying for it at home. When I'm away from home, I'll pay for the phone service.
Yeah, you're immediate. You're immediate on. Like, bam, boom. Yeah, you're doing good now. Sick too. You're like, that's a whole big difference. I think that's what Ray was having trouble with is maybe some Wi-Fi. You know, he could be in between some walls or, you know, something might need to get right next to his Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I believe he's out in the woods. I believe he's out in the woods too. He's probably got bad signal out in the woods.
Yeah.
Usually you do when you up there at Mama's. It does anyway because she lives out so far out in the woods that her Wi-Fi barely works.
Yeah. Who's private chat? We got a private chat, or it might have been Ray. Oh, that's you. Yeah, I know. When we get a private chat, it's usually Hooligan.
It's me.
Yep. Saying, hey, I'm here.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I won't be around next week, so if y'all looking for me, I ain't despaired. I'm just working.
Yeah, well, that's good to know, man. Good heads up. What do you got to do? Some doubles or something? You said.
Yeah, we've had 5 people quit in the last week, so I'm having to pull a double shift because they ain't got no. They're running me splits.
Why is everybody quitting for, man? Somebody not wearing deodorant or something?
These kids these days, who knows, man? Mom and daddy pays the bills. Mom and daddy buys them new cars. I guess they don't have to work like we did when we were coming up.
Sterling's in here. That's crazy. How you doing, Sterling? I wish I knew how to put those little things, chats up on the screen here. I haven't figured that out. Like Sterling does, he pops up whatever you've said and
Yeah.
puts it on for display.
I can't read the chat on my end, so whatever anybody's saying, you'll have to read it, delay it back to me.
Yeah. I know it's probably something simple here, but
That's the way I figure. That's the way I figure out everything. I fumble my way through it. Eventually,
yeah,
I'll figure.
yeah, that's just like anything else I've learned.
That's the only way to do it.
Yeah, man.
Some women would argue I still don't know what I'm doing.
What clued them off? Where's the setup? Sick, you got your helmet all put together? He's getting ready to motovlog, I know. It won't be long.
You wouldn't believe it if I could get that camera inside of the helmet. I may stick it in there. I got that battery stuck in there. I got that 9 miles of wire. I got the mount. I got that battery stuck inside that helmet.
Yeah, that was amazing. I was like, how in the heck did you find room to do that?
There's just a little bit of space down there at the front, where they don't put that foam pad, and there's a little bit of space where your mouth goes. I guess to keep you from suffocating. I put it right there.
I put in like something like of this size because I was trying out this Bluetooth and putting the microphone. I haven't tried my new microphone in there. Maybe it'll work because this little thing here, not only, Bluetooth, that's what I'm using here, but you can plug whatever mic you want and plus you can have a backup recording. Like today would have been great if I had that on for backup recording. All my GoPro footage that had no recording would have been. There's Ray again. Hang on. Let me see if I can add Ray.
There he is.
Yeah.
Put the 2 bald guys down at the bottom.
Wow. What the world?
Maybe you got some better Wi-Fi or something, a signal.
Yeah, I just had to figure it out.
Yeah.
A while ago, every time I say something, it was like 3 minutes in between your hearing it.
Yeah, I noticed. I was like, dang, I'd get up here and say something to you, and then you'd answer something that was quite a ways back.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to work very well.
No. What's up, Hooligan?
Oh,
There's
not
Sick
much,
Bastard
man.
again.
Just working, man. How you doing?
All right.
Sick Bastard. I'm going to delete your old one, Sick. I don't know how this works. Edit. Let's see. Oh, remove. Okay. There we go. Because it's got the old times that you were in here. It shows me all the little thumbnails when I can add you guys to this stage is what they call it. And they're still there. Like the first time you tried, I still see you, Ray, frozen, little thumbnail. And so it's all kind of new stuff to me here.
Yeah.
Now we can do the Brady Bunch intro.
Yeah.
The Brady. Hey, wait a minute. We ain't got no women over here.
Can we do some? Yeah, no. Dean
Y'all
Dean doesn't have a woman's channel like the Hooligan. He's got I think what, a 20% following? Okay, well maybe 5, but
No, I got 9% women following my
9.
channel.
That's pretty good, man.
Hooligan following every woman in Alabama.
He's must
You
be
ain't wrong.
riding naked or something. I don't know.
Hey, I had one woman on my channel. She was a jogger and she had a can of mace, and so I didn't stop and talk to her. I don't need to be pepper sprayed a second time in life. Once is enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you doing, Sick?
I think his microphone's turned off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He hasn't been too chatty with us. I don't know. I think he was going back between. I don't know how he would do a direct hookup on here with internet as compared to Wi-Fi. If he's on his phone, you can really only be on Wi-Fi if you're on your phone. Like me, I'm on my laptop. I just got it directly connected into Cox. It's supposed to be pretty fast and strong service. So
I got that tablet, but I'm not on it.
Yeah.
His mouth is moving, but I can't hear nothing. So your microphone might be off there, Jethro.
Anybody know sign language?
I only
don't
know
hear you.
one, and we can't show that one on
I
YouTube.
type it. Just in case.
Yeah.
Have y'all
was
seen
try-
that? You talking about sign language? Did y'all see that in that video, or did y'all catch that? That car that just rode past me, and he reached out the window and flipped me off just because I was riding the motorcycle.
Did
See,
not.
that'd have been me. I'd have got at the side of the door and where am I?
I wasn't even doing nothing to him. He just come on around me, reached out,
Hey,
flipped me off.
there's asses everywhere.
Oh, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I noticed, Ray, you got no problem barking it out on the videos too, man. You say it like it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one of the joys
I
of getting
carry
up.
my personal protection with me.
Yeah.
Me and Ray's gonna have to go riding together.
We need to.
I wish I was built like a brick house too. I could not take as much crap out there, but I've opened my mouth a few times. I know, like when I was younger at certain situations, and then you get called out, and what am I going to do? Throw these sticks? Yeah. No good. I don't like the confrontation. So,
So how they coming on the R1?
oh, I got to listen to it run Thursday. The guy that's working on it sent me a video, and I know him pretty good. I've known him for 20 some years. So we're kind of like, we talk about the old days. So as soon as he's been working on my stuff the last couple years, we've been pretty tight. But he sent me that. I'm like, well, is that ready to roll? And well, no, we're going to button it up tomorrow, and so that was Friday, I'm thinking, and then Saturday rolls around. So I don't know, maybe I'm off tomorrow, Monday, I go down and pay a visit, but I hate doing that kind of stuff. Like, what are you here for? You're like, not trying to bother, say, hey, where's my stuff? It's like when you get it done, you'll get it done. I wouldn't want to be hurried on my job either, and I know he's not purposely neglecting me or anything. He's real busy, and then he takes care of me good on how he charges too. So kind of shut up, and but you're a mechanic, Ray. It's best not to play no games, and I try not to be respectful.
Right.
I might behind the back a little bit to myself, grumble a little, but
I think all of us do that.
that's my egomaniacism. Yeah, I know him. I'm first to admit that. That's for sure.
I don't know why I'm getting that echo.
Who is?
I am.
I don't.
I can hear myself talk.
Sometimes maybe your volume and us talking is repeating through. You know what I mean? Your phone. That's why I wear these headphones. I'm making sure I ain't doing that. And you might need a noise cancellation. I just put that on too.
Yeah, I had these. I've used my pad right there, but I don't have Messenger on my pad to get my link.
Yeah.
You may have to shoot me your number again, Mr. Gregory. I'm not sure when I got this new phone if it saved your number or not. Matter of fact, I ain't even look.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
I'm not even sure. I had to get a new phone last week. My other one exploded.
Okay. I think they asked you got a phone.
Yeah, I got a new phone, got a Wi-Fi. I was sitting there eating supper here about 2 weeks ago.
You don't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm looking at Sick. Sick is just sitting here. Yeah.
Sick. I think he's got his microphone turned off. You have to allow access. It is what it asked me.
Oh, okay. We do have somebody in the. I hadn't seen a comment in quite a while. I thought maybe something funny was going up with the broadcasting or something. But look, you're there. You hear us, huh? That's great.
I think it was about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I was sitting there eating supper on Sunday, and my phone exploded. Literally exploded. It was sitting on the table. It started vibrating and kaboom, and then
wow.
I was without a phone for a week, and everybody's wondering where I went.
Yeah, I had a couple call me, won't know if I heard from you.
Yeah, scared scared
Not
me to
to
death.
mention no name.
That
Scared
happened.
me
Me
to
and
death, man.
Sick, I don't know. I think Sick and I, probably got it started. I know Sick took the action and made sure we knew where you were. You know, there were just too many issues, as we talked about before, that you'd been through. Uh, Hooligan, we'll make sure you know everything was cool and okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Because you
I
just never
appreciate
know, man. You know, I wouldn't, and you got nobody living with you and nobody visiting you very often. And so you think about that stuff and you rationalize, we don't see them nowhere, no premieres, no chats, no comments back when I text you. And so, yeah.
yeah,
I appreciate it. One thing
Yeah.
about it, if y'all watch my videos enough, y'all ever get to Fort Payne, you can find me. It ain't that hard to figure out. You can go, I'll send you. You can watch my video and go right to my door.
Yeah, I bet.
yeah, yeah. Same with mine.
It's
You
not
watch
hard.
enough of mine, you come straight to my house.
Yeah.
Fort Payne ain't that big a town. I guarantee you, yeah, any of you know my name. You mention my name down there, they go, yeah, I know where he's at.
Yeah, that's what I did by watching your videos. I figured out where you live.
Oh, I'm right on the interstate.
Yeah,
I tell everybody I'm between the church, the jail, and the cult.
got it all right there.
There's a cult that lives down here at the end of the dead end road. I've been meaning to take y'all down there and show you.
So you
And,
go to church and pray to catch some fish, catch the wrong fish, and get locked up.
right. I don't need to catch those no more, Mr. Gregory. I ran that trouble off 2 years ago, and I ain't looking for it no more.
Hey,
I'm done with crazy single mothers and trailer parks.
yeah. You know what the egg said to the boiling water?
What's that?
I don't know if you can get me hard. I just got laid this morning.
That's a good one. I got to remember that one. I got to remember that one.
You still with us, Dean?
Say again, I was typing something to Buck over there, and he's
Okay.
over there. Here, what did you say, Ray?
I just telling a joke.
He told a good one. I'm going to have to remember that one. I'm going to
Oh,
put that.
double duty. Yeah, I missed it.
You want me? I'll tell it again.
Tell it again. I'm going to steal that one.
Did you know what the egg said to the boiling water?
No.
I don't know if you can get me hard. I just got laid this morning.
Yeah, thanks for doubling up on that one. I totally missed that. That's
Yeah. We supposed to have rain all week. I want to get out and make a video about my cousin, James Gregory.
uh-huh.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He just passed away the other day.
Oh
did he?
man, yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. And
I didn't know that.
Hmm?
I didn't know that. I've listened to his comedy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're having funeral Wednesday. Well, the viewing is Wednesday and funeral is Thursday. Could be a long hell. I don't know.
He always put me in mind of old Jerry Clower, the way he done his comedy.
But he was clean.
Yeah. I like
He's one of them you could take the kids to.
right. He came down here to our town once, and I didn't have money to go. He came down here to the Cab Theater once, and I didn't have.
Yeah. Well, he's all over YouTube.
Oh yeah, I like his comedy. The one he does about getting spaghetti at the truck stop.
You know, he got a lot of his jokes from us, from his family.
The one where he's the one that one that's on YouTube where he's doing that live show, and then he stops the show because this kid won't get off his phone, and he just calls this kid out, and he says, "Well, I bet your mama's daddy don't like him either."
Yeah, he got a good phone joke.
Oh yeah, I've watched this. He was on John. I started out watching him on John Boy and Billy. He used to come on that radio program all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. He got it started at the Punchline in Atlanta, telling the jokes the longest without telling the same one twice. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records still, I reckon.
I think he said he quit his job as a mailman, and he started in on comedy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he passed. He
Yep. He's been in bad shape for a couple of years.
I knew it looked like he lost a whole bunch of weight.
Oh, Lord, yeah. Where'd all the comments go?
I can't.
Yeah, there's a few. I'm talking to Buck anyway. I know he's out here. He said he got an early morning tomorrow. So
There we go.
yeah,
Buck out there with a gear jammer.
yeah. You all see us three like when you're chatting with me, right? You seeing the same thing I'm seeing. Like
Yeah.
he dropped out. I guess he's having trouble. I tried to message him, and you guys can't hear me. I'm gonna lay down. Okay.
He ain't feeling
Bummer.
good. Quit cigarettes.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta condone him. I'd quit a lot of stuff. I had to go get help, back in the day because I was just doing too much and I had trouble stopping. And so when I got that gift of freedom from that, I was like, man, I'm ready to do these cigarettes. I went down the road and I had all that good loving God power, that's what I call it, coming through. I threw them out the window and never looked back. 3.5 packs. Normally I'd be like, well, I got to finish these 3 packs, then I'll quit. And I got to learn, stuff about my thinking and my deal making. And, my thinking said that got you a front row seat right here in Narcotics Anonymous, Dean. So I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Because my ego was in charge. I had no idea what my ego was, I didn't know it was kicking my butt left and right. And when you
I
find
thought
out
you
about, go ahead, Ray.
I thought you could get down on the guitar.
I was so nervous, man. I was shaking. I can't play in front of people, man. That's like, I tried it when I was younger and did it a couple bars a few times, and it was horrible, man. I'd be trying to drink a few more and take a few more little chill pills, what they called them, and stuff, and
Yeah.
just made stuff worse. And I wasn't made for that. Even doing this is a miracle for me,
Yeah.
He's back on.
Keep drinking. The more you drinking, the better I sound.
Yeah,
All right. All right, Buck, if you want to fall asleep watching this, that'd be okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you go night to these 3 guys.
Yeah, we're loads of fun.
That's okay. I'm just happy to have you on the live stream. I wanted to do something with Jody. You know Jody, right?
Yeah, Purple on 3.
Yeah, she actually gave me a call the other day, and I felt so bad. I was tattooing at the time. I couldn't pick it up. My hands are all full of whatever, and I'm working. So it was
Yeah.
but I did get back with her, and I thought it'd be real nice. I had a nice VAM background for us, and let me see if I can stick that up real quick. And we could talk about, like like me and my daughter is going to get my daughter on here and
Okay.
and let us know what it's like first time going to VAM. What kind of things to expect. And
It's gonna
have
be
a couple
fun.
veterans people. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. G got some stuff planned. We're gonna meet at the back of the Dragon store, do some riding. One of the MC clubs up there is we're gonna do a poker run.
Yeah.
And
That's the first time too.
yeah. And then the club's supposed to be cooking a pig out at the back of the Dragon. So I don't know. We had a good time there.
Yeah.
I made some videos on it.
You've been
Yeah,
up
you
there.
made a little banner. You see the little banner up there, Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if we ever get this thing together, I had your little thing up there, and Tommy Gunn, her husband, and Purple on 3, and
Yeah. I think we
little
had
platform
35.
was really neat.
Yeah, we had 35 YouTubers last year.
You lost 35?
No, we had 35.
Oh. I thought you were going to tell me you lost 35 YouTubers on your
No,
subscription.
no.
I lost one today. I went from 530. I had 530. Yeah, I said, wow, you're going to be hitting 540 here in a day or two, right? And then I went down to 7. I was like, I started thinking, who left me? Did I say something bad in the comments? Somebody just didn't look wrong and said, I'm out of here.
That's
Uh,
because with mine anyway, I usually gain 2, lose 2 a day.
yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen mine fluctuate, but a couple times actually. I'm surprised.
I found another YouTube channel. Well, I didn't find them. They found my channel as I think it's called Uncle Cousin or something like that. I'd have to
Yeah. Yeah.
something like that. They're from Alabama and they subscribe to my channel. And there's another channel that rides a Honda Shadow from Australia called South Oz Rider or something like that. He subscribed to my channel. I got another one from Australia come in there.
Okay.
So I'm right behind you. We ain't gonna get up there to where Ray's at. He's beating all of us.
No.
Yeah, I was.
No. When Hooligan, when you gonna start doing videos?
We'll all do videos together. I want I'm gonna call Dane out here. I want he can do it if he wants to. I sent you something in the mail. I want if you can do a video on that. See what you think about that. I think you'll get a hoot out of it.
I know
what it is. You just have to look at it when you get it there.
I know you've been doing a lot of shorts, but I just wonder when you're going to make your 10, 15-minute video.
I've got a bunch of them up there. I don't know if you've watched them all. I put up 14 last week, and I think I may have flooded the market because some of them got almost 100 views, and some of them got 19 views. I thought, well, that's kind of lopsided, but okay.
You know,
Yeah,
you were
that's
just glad to
something
get
I
some.
was up on.
I try
You're just
not.
glad to get some out. I know, Hooligan, man. That was great. You know, that's just kind of like your introduction. You know, and you start. They say to get on a schedule. You know, I've been doing mine like on Sundays and Wednesdays. I didn't know. I just picked some days and.
I usually just do it when I uploads. Reason I put out so many of them was because I was trying to, because while in my absence, I was out gallivanting making YouTube videos and I loaded up all my SD cards, so I had to empty them. And that's the only way to empty them. I had to keep uploading them until I got all my cards empty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he thought everybody was worried about me, thought I was out hanging out somewhere, and here I am out just making videos. I made a bunch of them. If you start at the bottom and work your way up, they'll link eventually.
Yeah, if you got.
There's 14 of them, new ones.
Put the when you subscribe, go hit the all on it, and you won't miss a Hooligan video. That's what I do.
It'll light up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get them all.
I know. I'm just messing around.
Mama's on one of them. Y'all wondering, this Hooligan does have a mama.
Yeah, I think.
She's on one of them.
You went right on to her place.
Poor thing, she's hard of hearing, and it sounds like I'm yelling at her, but she really can't hear me.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get her on the motorcycle. She's like, she said, if you get you a sidecar, I'll ride with you. I said, don't tell me, I'll go find one. She'd be screaming her head off if I put her in a sidecar. Find me a track, I'll put her on the back.
Yeah.
She's got her own channel on here. She ain't got no videos on it. It's called Mama of the Hooligan.
I didn't know that. That's pretty interesting.
I made her a Mother's Day little short this morning with Justin Johnson's song on there. He does his version of Amazing Grace. I made one for her.
Oh yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah.
Some of the songs I put on there, they don't hit. Some people don't like some of the songs I put on there. Apparently, they don't hit good. But I just make what I make. If they either work or it won't. I don't worry about it one way or the other.
Yeah, that's something I found on my channel. I was trying to put 3 or 4 shorts a week up. Wasn't getting I put one out Monday about 11:30, and it'll get anywhere from 1,000, 8, 9, 10,000 views. But most of my shorts, if you see, is just motorcycles.
Yeah, I put that truck in there the other day, and you put a comment on there. I need to jump it. She's gonna turn that thing into a flower planter. Then maybe I would drive it, but you know.
Oh, thanks, Rollin, Throttle. I guess you guys all get to read these comments too. You just say, yeah, it's hard to get the algorithm, which, yeah, I've tried to study that and watch videos on it, and it's like it's not specific. You gotta like take me right through everything and every step to figure. I gotta see it, you know. Otherwise, I'm just guessing stuff. But he says the best advice is stay consistent with your content style, so the algorithm can learn your audience. So what he's saying is, I got motobomb fishing, motobomb tattooing, motobomb cast iron pans. I got motobomb guitar. It's like that's probably all over the place. Now I don't know if leaving those playlists are good there. Do I gotta wipe them out? Because a lot of them, they got some decent views on a few of them, especially like the cast iron cooking was kind of interesting, but I
Yeah.
guess that's not good to do, but I'm like, well, it's not really that important to get big. I'm liking what Buck says, like what we got here, the relationships we get out of them, and the camaraderie and supporting each other's channel,
Yeah.
all really what it's about. So
the funny,
honestly, I like to see the numbers grow. It'd be cool to get that 1,000, and
right?
that's really neat, Ray. But you're like, ew.
I just leave it in the Lord's hands. It'll either succeed or it'll crash. But the funny thing about mine is the ones I shot with the phone I've got 2 or 3 riding videos that I shot with the phone. They got over 1,000 views, and the ones I shot with the GoPro's got 100 views. Go figure.
I remember seeing Ray for the first time. The first time I clicked on his channel, I said, "What's this guy doing? He's using a phone on his thing." I said, "I couldn't believe that." I was like, and your videos were pretty good, I was like, wow, you could hear him, everything. I was like, I said, well, we're subscribing up to this guy here. I want to see how it goes and what you do in the future. And next thing you know, we're talking, and here we are doing a live stream together. So.
Yeah. I put the camera on front of my helmet, and I took a whole pair of earbuds like this, and right there where the microphone is, I cut the ear parts off.
Yeah.
That's all I've ever used. And then I went and got the Purple Panda for my half helmet like you did. And after you get about 50 miles an hour, it's got like a verb to it.
Yeah.
So I went back with my $2 earbud and I could run 100, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, that's really great. I was like, when I did that first time, I was testing that out, and I wanted to know if I could do that because I saw people like Road Reality, out there doing it. But I know most of his stuff, he keeps it pretty slow, and he's, because you got to concentrate out there, and he's on mostly roads you don't see really heavy traffic. You'll notice, like mine, I got some real heavy. I was like, I got to shut up for a while. I'll even say it, hey, I gotta watch everything because
keep your head on.
But anyway, once you get going, like I said, I got to see if I can hear myself at 80 miles an hour, and you can't hear yourself talking, and I just wanted to know. I don't travel that fast, that much yet, right? Whatever. But you get up to 80, you want to know if it's going to work. And it worked. I could hear myself. Is it something presentable you want to, put out there? No, but I probably won't be doing 80 miles an hour that often either. Trying to motovlog, I'll be watching what the heck I'm doing at that point and not really yammering. So
the video, I made a video on it, but we had a ride yesterday. My daughter, the New Life Church, mental health awareness, and we had a police led nonstop, about 30 miles. And I didn't say too much because I was trying to concentrate riding with all them people I never rode with before.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't know their styles. You don't know what kind of,
It only takes one to screw it all up.
Yeah.
You saw that video that we group ride? I don't know. Did you see when I had the rear view camera, the guy that pulled out into the street? Now, he must have hit the front brake because somebody in front of him didn't go, decided to stop. I think that's what happened. He panic braked, and then he drops his big bike. And the lady in front of me, she stalled in the road, so I'm stopping, and then the next guy behind me stopping. Dude's trying to pull out and go. You want to hurry up before traffic gets there, which is wrong thinking, but we all do it. And I've seen other people go down doing the group rides.
And we stopped 2 different places, and the second stop they was in there bragging. I knew I couldn't keep up with them. They was bragging they was running 120 through these little small towns. I said, yeah, that's all right. It's time for me to let break off from there. I'm not going to ride with a bunch of idiots like that.
What's up, T-Bone?
Little towns now.
Oh, T-Bones. Yeah.
Yeah, we got T-Bone in the house.
T-Bone
Okay,
too.
that's who Rollin Throttle is. I didn't recognize. I was thinking,
Oh, I ain't got my glasses on. Sorry.
oh,
I see that now.
you okay? You had me skumped. I was like, oh, usually
I
I see
I
T-Bone.
can't
See
I
the
can't
chat
see.
on
Sorry,
mine. I
Rollin
can't see
Throttle.
the
We're
chat
cool.
on mine.
Cardo is a good option.
Yeah,
I have that.
rolling. So I just seen rolling, and you know, hey,
Rolling T-Bone.
You got to be kidding, Rollin Throttle. I got Cardo. I got the free com.
rolling
Only a
throttle.
few years old, but he says and I got the app. I just never knew that. That might be an interesting
Yeah,
try.
I got that Freecon microphone that came with that helmet that Josh gave me, but
Yeah.
I'll be dog if I know how to make it work. I can get it to beat, but that's about it. I don't know how I can't get the Bluetooth to connect.
Yeah.
I was telling Dane too. He gave me a little portable battery to go for that GoPro. I've got it shoved down in the helmet, so it's right there at my mouth. If it ever does decide to explode, I'm gonna be the first one to know it.
Yeah. You're like your phone. You should show you got your old phone?
Yeah, I got the old phone laying
That
over.
thing, it literally exploded. You can see
It
it
did.
peeled out apart, and while he was talking on it, and
at least it wasn't in your pocket.
Oh, if it was in my pocket, I'd have got the Holy Ghost when I was riding for sure. It would have. I'd have been speaking in tongues. It would have definitely.
yeah.
That'd have been a good video.
I
Oh, it
don't
would have.
call that.
Anything
Yeah.
for content, wasn't it?
All
Anything
about
for content.
got footage and content, man. Yeah,
Hooligan in the middle of the road coming out of the bridges.
Have you haven't listened to one of Hooligan's video then, huh, Ray? Like, have you listened to one of his new videos he's put out?
Who's that?
Huh?
Who?
Hooligans. Have you listened to
Oh
some
yeah,
of the funny as crap. I was amazed. I was like, it's very entertaining to watch that. I was like, man, those videos ought to do really good. There's that. Look at that, Ray.
wow.
That thing is.
I believe that would have hurt a leg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably old burned old John Henry for sure. If it
John Henry would be singing.
shoot, I'd have had the cops coming up there wondering what was going on with me. Boy, I believe you own something. You having spells of them fits.
You turn into Thor the Hammer.
I've been
hammered in.
I was sitting there eating my supper. Wonders didn't get in my supper. I was sitting there eating my supper, and it was sitting on the table. It started vibrating like one of them gremlins. It was sitting there, and it went. I said, "Well, shoot, sorry."
Yeah, the battery probably been stressed using it so much and uploading, and the battery got old on you, I'm sure, and went.
Yeah.
This one's a 13. This is the one I'm using. I shoot a short with this one, and then I delete it. I don't keep it up there. I don't.
Really do.
I'm not clamping this one to my pocket. I've been tempted. I know I'm not going to hurt this phone. We're going to talk sweet to it. We're not. I'm just going to use the GoPro. But I found out with a GoPro, you can't. I can't. I don't know.
Hey, the man himself is in the house. Mr. G, 1965.
Thanks for joining us.
I don't know how to make a short with the YouTube with a GoPro camera. I don't know how to make a short with that yet.
How you doing, Mr. G?
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn editing. I've learned an important a lesson on that microphone too. You've got to make sure you got it all the way in, not just touching. It's got to, because if it ain't making a good firm connection, it ain't gonna work. So I found that one out. I recorded 3 videos without any audio on it. So y'all got at least 3 short that I did.
Yeah.
I got back home. I was like, man, them some good videos, and I was like, didn't even record. It recorded, just didn't have no audio.
Yep, gotta click it. You can tape that thing, tape it around, make sure it stays that way if you need to, and good to go.
I've got duct tape on there. I've got
duct tape,
zip ties, and a little bit of everything. I rig something up. A hillbilly with. If there ain't one, we'll make one.
Yeah, like Vice Grip Garage. Does anybody watch that? You ever watch Vice Grip Garage?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't watch that one. I watch Puddin's Fab Shop.
Yeah, he's good, man.
I watch that Puddin's Fab Shop. He's from Oklahoma. He sounds like me. Me and him talk a lot, so I guess that's why I watch it. It's why I like listening. If you get all of us together with this accent, you ain't gonna understand any of us.
Rollin Throttle says it makes more videos than cell phone and 360.
Done what now?
As I look at Rollin Throttle,
Yeah.
we make most of our videos with the phone or 360.
That's what I used to use. Still, I got that GoPro. Phil Zilla gave me that GoPro, and I was doing all mine on the phone, just like Mr. Gregory started out with the phone. And I've had that GoPro for about a month now, and I've been using that.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of ideas I want to go do on my days off, but it never fails. The days I'm working, the weather's beautiful, and as soon as I get off work, I'll be dog if it ain't raining. Like, man.
Wow.
Oh, that's right. Hooligan, you got a job, don't you?
Oh yeah, I'm a fry cook over at the Captain Days.
Oh, the cat. Oh, okay. Get discount.
I get one free employee meal a day.
You cook one, eat one.
I get one in free. I get one free employee meal as long as we don't get nothing fancy. We can have it. If we can't get none of the fancy sides, we gotta get the. Only thing we can really get on sides, French fries. If you get anything else, you gotta pay for it.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Got a little bit coming in.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep a roof over my head and keep my motorcycle running. That's all I need to do. I live very simple. I don't need a lot of fancy stuff.
Me neither. My wife does.
My aunt
I don't.
She thinks I need all the fancy new stuff. I was like, no, I don't need fancy stuff. As long as my motorcycle's running and I got a roof over my head, I'm good.
Dude, you know, my brain works twisted, I'll tell you. I got this
Where'd I go?
live stream and paying for that monthly. I'm going, well, you really going to use that? You know, well, I wanted to try it. I didn't know what I was going to use it for, and I forgot why I really got it in the first place, but I guess doing this. And
So you got to pay to do a live stream?
well, yeah, this is the StreamYard. Let me show you here. We got
I seen that when I hit it.
But
yeah.
But
How much
Mr.
is
Gregory,
that?
you can do live stream straight from YouTube. It's that little plus circle with the plus sign in it. You
Yeah.
can do that straight off YouTube, but he uses the StreamYard
platform.
service. Yeah. And if you StreamYard, you have to pay for it, but YouTube just comes.
It's free, Ray. Like, you can use the free version, but there was other things I wanted to do. That's why I was just going to try it out. Yeah. And then I was like, well, I'm going to buy it. And then I buy it, and you can have, you know, more guests. You can do this and that, and I can customize banners and, you know, and I like doing stuff with Adobe Photoshop, and I know how to make all that stuff. And I don't know if you remember me saying you were talking about your sticker. I'd never saw your video where you were disappointed with your sticker. I never knew that you were thinking that, well, I'm going to give them a general layout. They're going to be the professionals. They're going to take care of this. They're going to make sure everything was. I didn't really notice it that far. I just liked you. I just glad to have your sticker. But, you know, if you ever need help with that, I know how to do all that stuff.
Okay. Yeah. My first sticker with the YouTube logo.
That was about a year ago, I believe you made that video.
That was from Sticker Mule. So I thought they just wanted a rough estimate, but they printed off what I sent them. Now, Mr. McStash turned me on to a guy on Instagram, and I sent him a proof, and he checked, you know, he got in touch with me and said, you mind if I change it? I said, no, I don't mind. So he come up with the yellow, which was, I love.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is supposed to be in a 3-inch, but it's like 2 3/4.
Yeah. So you got some new ones, huh?
Well, Doyle, Blueback and Doyle had some made from the same guy. And he complained about how small it was.
There's a place here local I was going to look into when I get some money ahead. Going to make a few of them. See if anybody want one.
Yeah, Mr. G says, looking forward to seeing everyone, man. Wish you could get Hooligan up there, too. That'd be really nice.
It would be.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get together in the sweet by and by, maybe. Mr. Gregory ain't, I think he said, 150 miles from me, ain't you?
Yeah, a couple of hours.
Yeah, that's Nothing for you, Ray. Gosh, I can't believe how much you ride. I was like, you riding a lot. I thought I rode a lot. I used to a lot. Now I just mostly commute, you know. But when I first had that bike, I had almost 20,000 miles my first year, you know. And I was just going all the time. And a lot of it was local, you know, stuff. I really didn't even cross a state line maybe once or twice. Maryland, that ain't that far away.
Yeah. Well, I've been
Yeah, North
riding
Carolina.
for 50 years.
Yeah,
Uh, I know I got over 1,000,000 miles on motorcycles.
yeah.
6 years ago, when I joined the Falcon Fury Hog Chapter, I started doing my miles, and I got about 7,000. I had 200,000 just in the last 5 years.
Oh, gone, man. You a road burner.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought did you live over there close to Social Circle over where my uncle?
Long form content.
He's about 3 miles.
Yeah, he's over there. You might have heard of him over there. Everybody knows him as Social Circle. He works with that dude that owns everything in that town.
Okay.
Or he used to. He's about retired out now. He's had a couple strokes, a few heart attacks. He's about don't hardly do ain't much of nothing now.
And what was his name?
Kenneth Wilbanks.
Kenneth. Oh, Wilbanks. I don't know.
You mentioned that name, Social Circle. I guarantee you they'll find him.
Okay.
Yeah, Rollin Throttle's given out quite a few nice tips. I don't know if you keep up on reading them, but he was telling me about the little shorts and how to make them, and I don't quite understand all of what he says, but like you can take the recording and make it into a ton of shorts, highlights of the live, this must meaning this live video, and push them to long form content.
I think you can cut. I think you can cut them. I know you can on YouTube. I don't know about the StreamYard, but on YouTube, if you do a live stream,
This is on YouTube.
yours,
I mean,
when me and you was there, I cut. I've done like a trailer. I call a trailer for it. I took and cut a little clip off of it to where it's like a preview for it.
Yeah, I took my GoPro in Daytona down on Main Street, and I just put it there and let it run for about an hour, and then I cut clips out of it on my editor.
Man, y'all know more about editing than I do. I'm still trying. I'm just now learning the GoPro. The editing is the next hurdle. On
That ain't nothing to it.
If you watch mine, you can tell I don't edit a whole lot.
Yeah, ain't nothing to it. I got it on my phone, and once you send it over to YouTube, you can delete everything.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've got a tablet I've been uploading mine with. That's one Brown Chicken sent me.
Yeah.
And Dick sent me a iPad, and I got it as well.
You got the editor on there?
Yeah.
Because I use Film More Mobile.
I tried to edit on there, but I got I think it's U-Cut's one that T-Bone told me to put on there. And I got iMovie. I was looking at it, and then I was looking at Splice, I believe, the one that Dane uses. I'm trying to figure it out.
The simplest one I found was Film More Mobile.
Film More Mobile.
Yeah, it's free. It's simple, too.
I have to look in there. I've been trying to get my niece up here. They're always in school, and I'm working. The first one thing, I'm never trying to get my niece and nephew to help me with it. They all the time making little video stuff. It goes over my head for most of it. I try to watch a video on how to do it, and okay. I'm getting them uploaded, and I'm getting them filmed. At least I've jumped that much of the hurdle.
Yeah, I don't know. I hit the wrong button on my GoPro because after 11 minutes and 52 seconds, it cuts off. Used to it would film all day long.
Funny thing about mine, the other day I was telling Dean about it. Funny thing about mine, I was out filming, and the battery, I had a good battery on it. I still haven't hooked that external battery up yet. I'm going to work on that on one of my days off. I got to trim the case down, on the GoPro so the battery will work in there. But I turned off on this road where I used to live at, and I started telling a story. And as soon as I turned off on that road, the battery just died like that. I was like, well, maybe that story wasn't meant to be told.
Yeah, I don't know if I got the settings right, but while you're recording, it don't charge.
Y'all's just still got mine. Don't have the screen on the back of it, so I think my battery lasts a little longer.
Okay.
Mine just it's got the external monitor on the back. You have to unplug the battery and plug the screen in if you want to watch anything on it.
No, okay. Well, we got 3 watching. That's us. That's 3.
Us 3. We're watching.
Us 3, yeah. I guess I tried to ask Rollin Throttle if he wanted to join us and gave him the info. I know he knows a lot about what's going on here and what we're talking about. Would have been nice to have him join, but Sick's still here. Yeah, we got Sick. He's he's working on it. Okay, Rollin's he still heard it. Somebody said they only saw 3 of us. Just or you did, Ray. So I thought, dang.
I only see 3. I can't see the chat, but I can see us 3.
Yeah, I see the chat. It ain't showing me how many are watching right now either. There's a few things I got to learn about this this platform.
Well, being your live, I don't know if you would count as a watcher. So it'd be me, Hooligan, and Sick.
Sick, yeah.
We still got Rollin Throttle here.
Yeah. He might be back and.
I haven't done a live stream on my channel in a minute.
Yeah.
Used to, I did them on Saturday nights, but I'm working over. I'm never gonna get a weekend off. And if you do, you have to put in a written request, and then you got to write down a paragraph of why you want off, and then you got to go in there and do an interview.
Yeah.
Want off, and if he'll approve you or not. And it's just a bunch of
this has an option when I set this up. If I want to have you guys, I can check a little box and you can run this stream anywhere you want. Basically, I think it's saying on your channel as well. Okay, I just heard it come in.
Ding.
Okay, I'm going to get this link out to
if you got strong enough
in here,
you can do live stream while you're riding. I've seen them do that before.
Yeah, I do that on Facebook.
Will Burner all the time does his on. He stays on there all day long. When he does truck driving, he'll stay on there for 10 hours driving a truck all day.
Yeah.
He goes back and forth between Canada and New York, hauling aluminum.
Huh.
He hauls big aluminum blocks down from Canada down to New York, and it takes him and goes back and forth all day long. When I watch his channel, Will Burner Express. But now since I'm working, I don't get to watch anything. I've been behind on stuff on YouTube. I kind of check. I know on Wednesdays that Ray Gregory is always going to be on there. Usually have a video come out on Wednesdays.
Yeah, that's going to be my Wednesday talk and ride.
Oh, I look forward to that one every time I see it.
Yeah. Oh, hey. There's the mistress. How you doing, man? Good to see you. I can't wait to meet you too.
Man.
I love when you do the mail call with him.
I've been trying to get it started on channel.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You got a looker there, Ray.
Thank you.
Yeah, smoozing up already, that's what
I
do. Okay, let me get this off to Rollin here. I got to figure. There's so much to do. I'm like, figure this out. I got a funky way of doing stuff, but
if it works, it works.
I get it done.
That's all that counts.
I wish it was a little easier. Okay, copy that. Paste. There we go. All right. Buck's back in here. Rollin, I sent it to you there, Rollin Throttle. So see how that does it. Yeah, what is this? May what?
May 12.
12. So we got May, June, July. And summer. We're going to be Christmas shopping soon.
Oh, Lord, man.
Isn't that how fast time goes? I swear.
After you pass, time steps on the gas.
There's a lot of work. It really is. It's not for the faint of heart. Rollin. So, yeah. Did you get it? I'll have to see.
Every time.
Make sure I copied.
Me.
Are you getting it? Yeah.
Yep, I got the number right. I've tried a couple streams like Will Burner does so far. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Is new technology has kept us from. We don't do anymore. None of us write down phone numbers, and we don't even remember phone numbers anymore. It's in the phone with his phone.
Well, that's it. hit the
I'm on,
name and you're done.
I'm on my PC, and on my PC is where the link is to send to you guys. And usually, if you give it to me my phone, I don't have my phone on my PC, so I got to put it in a cloud, cut and paste, and then open the cloud up on my phone, cut and paste that link, and then send it in your. Oh, there he is. Hang on. Here we go.
Hey, we got somebody
I'm
else in here.
sleeping at the wheel. Woo! Rolling.
What's
Yeah,
up,
man.
fellas?
Good, man.
What's up?
Goodness. Like you're giving out all those nice nuggets, and they're kind of flying by me, and like, man,
I, it's just because I've been where you guys are at, and I'm just kind of helping the way I can, you know.
yeah, it's a lot, man. I get overwhelmed. I just like I'm doing the same thing every time. It's like, man, I see a guy got on here. What's his? Andrew.
Soft
Oh
telling
mercy, Road King.
Road King Andrew. Yeah,
He
you.
just got on like a few weeks ago, and bam, he's over 500. And he knows what and apparently, and he's got some cool content too. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, young guy, and bam, it's like, and I've been on a long time. It's like I said, it's not really that big a deal, but it'd be nice to know what you're doing wrong or different, or my content's probably a little boring.
Sometimes it's not you're doing wrong. It's just you're just not putting that little piece together to make it get out there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's me. I ain't made a good video yet.
That's not why I do it, man. The reason I do it is if I can give somebody 10 minutes a day of some enjoyment, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I just
I,
yeah. That's all. I'm just making videos just to share them with people, kind of show the area that I ride through.
yeah.
Show
Yeah.
people where I like to ride. I like to share it with people. Like, hey man, y'all don't know about these spots.
I started it because I was tired and bored till I found out my grandkids like watching me on TV.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people ride around this area. Not a lot of people know about it because it's not really advertised. So I show them all kind of show. I like to try to show the area around here, and I just like to ride, so I share it with whoever's watching it. And if they choose to watch it, they choose to watch it.
Well, I found Motobomb on one of those highlight reels where dumb drivers do stuff at motorcycles, and I'm like, whoa, that's funny. And I actually stop a video and I'll go check out the different
Yeah.
channels and stuff, and
I
that's how I
had a
found
few of
him.
those like
I
close
found
calls. I started putting close calls in my hashtag because I had some, I had a drunk driver. The police department even called me on the video, to find out some whatever. But, different things like that. Now those like Moto Stars and
Yeah,
different channels that are fairly big start messaging me and asking me if they can use my shorts or my video. I'm like, yeah, man, just go right ahead, and I'm sure that probably helped a little bit. Well, that's where I guess saw me, something like that. And
yep. Moto Star is actually where I saw you at. So
yeah,
I
what
found more.
got get me is like I tried to do, well, let's try these premiere things. This is like an example. Let me try these premiere things. I did those. I had nobody ever showed up ever, but when things turned on, it's like when I met Ray, and Ray talked about Hooligan, and I'm going to premieres and meeting all these people and adding them as friends. Well, I'm getting more friends, and all of a sudden those friends come and join your channel, and they come and show their pity and check out your premiere, and so I know that's really not the way probably to go about it all, but at least I got stuff like this and some people I know. It's like, man, that's a big bonus. So
Yeah.
it's like about relationships, and reaching out and helping people. Like with Hooligan, man, we've gotten pretty tight. I've gotten to know him real well, and I'm glad to.
Yeah,
yeah,
Same with Sick. Sick
yeah,
has been
you
awesome.
gave me stuff for the channel. I appreciate it. That's why I said that when you gave me that microphone, I said, "Are you sure you want to hear my commentary on it?
Yeah,
You know what you're doing."
Mm-mm.
no, I was throwing stuff in the chat because you said you were new at running StreamYard and you guys were talking about doing this stuff, so I was just like
yes,
throwing little stuff in that I've learned over the years because it took a while. And then
Yeah.
finally, luck of the draw. Started learning. The biggest thing is to study your analytics. Not don't pay attention to your followers, but study like what time they're watching, what certain stuff they're hitting on, so you know how to title stuff and
Yeah.
hashtag, and also your meta tags. So
What does what time they're watching matter? Like I always like every time I put stuff out, I put it out 7 a.m. Does that matter when you actually put your stuff out and post it?
yeah, because it's actually going to keep track of your audience and what time they're actually on the app and watching your
Yeah.
videos. So you can kind of tailor and push towards those times to make sure that you're staying in front of your specific audience. If not, your video kind of drops into the algorithm, and unless they're subscribed. So if you push it to a time where a lot of people watch it at the same time, it's going to pick up on that, and it's going to
Yeah.
push it to even a greater audience because they're like, oh, people are watching this. It's keeping their attention. So we're going to push it out to other people and try to get them to watch this
Yeah.
same video.
What in the world's a meta tag?
So a meta tag is the back end at, Google owns YouTube.
Right.
So it's the same type of style of certain keywords. When you search something, that your little bots go out and they'll grab that word, and if you have enough of them linked up together, it's like, oh, this is what they're looking for, and they grab it and put it in front of the audience.
I put the hashtags in there. I know to do that. I got a few of them on there.
Yeah. That's like
Uh,
all my shorts I put out at 11:30, and I'll get 3, 4 thousand hits. I go to bed, wake up in the morning, have 10,000.
right. Well, it's just cool. You can do hashtags, but if you go and actually keep up on what YouTube's doing now, they'll honestly tell you that the hashtag is not the deciding factor. Your title and your meta tags are your two main things to pay attention to.
Trying to name these things is the hardest thing to come up with a name on.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's why if YouTube has their AI stuff, and another great tool to use, and everybody, a lot of channels I know use it. It's TubeBuddy, so it allows you to put in like you got a content. You're like, man, I'm riding a motorcycle at such and such spot. You put that in, and it goes out and researches and throws back at you. Well, here's a title that is really into the trending or the research or what you're looking to do.
Sometimes I will put the location on there. When you upload a video, it to ask you what the location is. Sometimes I'll put that on there.
And locations do great as what they call an evergreen video, which means people are always for years will put that name in because they're going to go to that spot or they want to know something about that spot.
I do that quite often, actually.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of useless to do, but I'm glad to know it's. I put Norfolk or Hampton because that's where I travel. That's my commute. Is basically what I do every day. When I post a video, once in a while I go out on some group rides or somewhere else interesting. But that's when my cameras don't work. So
The
Yeah.
funny thing about this being around here though is that there's a lot of these towns around here that's so small they're not even nowhere. They won't even let you put down on the location because it won't pop up.
Okay. That's
It's like
that's
don't
that's great.
exist.
That's
They're not
great.
on.
Well, that's great titles because you put that in the title. Like you ever heard of blah blah blah? That
Yeah,
boom. Then people are like, no, I've never heard of it. I want to see what this is about. Boom.
we got some
yeah,
we got some odd titled towns around here. We actually got a scratch ankle Alabama out here.
And the biggest thing is your thumbnail.
Yeah, I still ain't got a good thumbnail on there.
Yep, your
Yeah.
thumbnail is your biggest thing.
Yeah.
You gotta make it short and sweet and
hmm
catching, and it doesn't always have to match the title. So,
I found that out. I don't do that no more either. I just put the pop part, what I think it is, on my thumbnails. Man, I work my butt off on those thumbnails. It's like I've made all these, to me, great
yeah,
thumbnails, and nobody ever says nothing about them. Like, damn, maybe they're just not that important, because like if I see somebody once in a while, I was like, man, I loved your thumbnail. I loved what I give them feedback on, what I
Yep.
think of what's going on, because it's somewhat important to me. So,
Yep. Your thumbnail's the biggest thing because that's going to be the first thing that they look at when you're looking through there. You're looking at the thumbnail first,
yeah,
then you go to the title.
yeah.
Most of
So,
my thumbnails are just the handlebars. I
Yeah,
haven't really
well,
up thumbnail on any of them.
well, it's great, but also remember to always change your thumbnails. If not, people will go back and think it's the same video
Yeah,
if they're just looking at the thumbnails.
yeah.
Because
like a
that's what,
generic brand after a while, you're like, hey, okay, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's just stuff that we've learned over the years.
that's
Um,
in the last couple of videos. The reason I uploaded so many of them is because I was trying to clear out the SD card so I could record more. And I probably put out too many at one time. I put them out over a couple of days, but I did put out about 14 of them. Some of them hit, some of them didn't.
Yeah.
I'm going to quit putting out so many at a time.
Okay.
yeah. I, I, I done one video, women, you just can't figure them out. Got almost 1,000 views, which is real good for me.
The videos I did with the phones get more views than the ones I did with the GoPro. Because the ones with the GoPro look better, but the ones with the phones got over 1,000 views. It didn't.
Yeah. Yep.
Of course, the shorts are always going to get a lot of views because everybody's always, they only got a short attention span, I reckon.
It's good to hear these tips though, Roland. It's nice. And like I've watched a lot of videos that tell me similar stuff to what you're doing, and it's like, or saying. I try to figure out, well, it's like all these minute things. Like, what? It's
Yeah,
not going to be that big a deal. I can't, and then really understand it. Like, why is that? If it's like not something to me, I never end up doing it. So
yeah,
I don't
What
know. It's
what the
a
biggest
study. It's
question
like,
you
go ahead.
got to ask yourself is, what is the end game for your channel? Is it just
Yeah,
to meet people and have fun? Is it to
right.
actually grow and get out there? Because that will tell you how much work you really put into it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
yeah,
So, because don't stress about it, man. A lot of people
Nah,
forget. A lot of people forget this is for fun, and they get so
yeah,
stressed out. And
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
have
Yeah,
fun.
there's a lot of them does that.
I'm
Yeah,
not too much like it, talking to you. It's like it piques my interest. I'd like to if it was something I could catch on to and feel like, oh, I got the brains to figure this stuff out. And I like think, well, man, only these smart people really know how to
and,
understand and pay attention to those minute things and really have the capacity to make that work for them as they're going. I'm like, well, apparently I'm not, like one of those guys, and I do a little bit here and there, and here we are having, a good time. That's
yeah.
okay. So yeah, I don't think it's like a big deal to make an
a, gr-
empire
a,
out of anything, because
a great
I'm
channel
just
to
community.
study
Community.
that's that's really successful and does everything really simple is Big Smithy Riding.
Big
Uh,
community.
if
Yeah,
you ever get a chance, go watch Big Smithy Riding.
yeah,
Most of the stuff is just done on a cell phone, little talking head stuff. Every once in a while, he gets out and ride. But he always has the funniest 15, 30-second intros. And that's his hook.
The hooker. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he has great videos. If you watch the whole video, like they're all great
mm,
points and stuff. But that's his hook. That's his shtick. You know.
I see
yeah,
him.
Some people
Yep.
put to have a subject when they go do a video. Rolling with T-Bone does that. When he goes to ride, he's got a specific subject he talks about, focuses on me. I don't ever do that. I just, whatever I'm rambling on about is whatever.
yeah. I'm about the same way. Very little I leave here with something on my mind.
Sometimes I might have something other I might have a little something to talk about, but usually it's just whatever I'm like. I'll have that squirrel syndrome. I'm like, squirrel. That's when I'm riding. I can't focus on what I'm looking what I'm supposed to be talking about.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've gone a long ways in a year and a half since I started this.
Right.
I've met a lot of great people, become friends with a lot of people like y'all.
Well, that's what it's about, you know.
Yeah. Now this summer I'm gonna go up. Me and Motorbomb gonna go fishing. I'm gonna go over to Alabama and ride with Hooligan. Uh, I done a couple things with Doyle, and of course last year at Bound, I met 35 other YouTubers. We had a ball.
Yeah, I remember when you did that one. When you went over that where they was filming the Walking Dead or something over there. And you done that video.
Yeah, Doyle's a good tour guide.
Is Sterling's thing, is this, it hasn't started yet. Okay. I'm going to probably, just in 23 minutes, if y'all don't mind, probably pop off and go over and watch that
Okay.
premiere.
Fine.
And we got a little time yet. I mean, wrap stuff up, but
I need to get in bed and go to work in the morning.
Yeah.
Work. Man, don't be talking that 411 nasty words.
Yeah, where's the boot? Let me boot you out of here right now.
I can't say much. I got to go downtown Atlanta tomorrow. Work on the 27 morning.
I hated going in Atlanta. I used to have to go over there when I worked at Werner, when I was a truck driver, and I wouldn't go back in Atlanta. That town ain't been right since Sherman marched through and burned it.
No, I can't complain. I go down and work 4 hours, make $500.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's good. That's good work money right there.
Yeah, a friend of mine's retired lawyer from Bank of America. He got a 1927 morning, and for 30 years, that's what I did, work on automobile cars.
Yeah, you put videos about
I got
mechanic work.
Yeah, I got a taste of working on that car, huh? Ray, you remember?
Yeah, you did.
I got to do what do you call them? Bushings and the knuckles that you got to use the tuning fork to pop them out.
Yeah.
And
should have called me. We could have knocked it out about a half a day.
Yeah, that was a nightmare. Every time I went under there, I just about come out of there crying. So I'm like, there's no way I got into way too much. And thank God this young guy that I know, I used to hang out with his mama like 25 years ago. Now his kid's all growing up. He remembers me here complaining a little bit on Facebook. So let me come on over, man. I'm going to take care of you. And he came over and got under there and grinding and cutting. And he's very patient. He would try to take everything without destroying or cutting anything first. And it took a long time, but I just sat out there with him, and chatted and learned something.
We got the smoke wrench out. We've been done with it.
Yeah. Well, when you know what you're doing, it's awesome. It's like never riding a motorcycle for me, but I'm out there and I'm going to GoPro it. I'm going to film it. Here's what we got,
Yeah.
Kind of wish I'd have kept that SUV, but I got rid of that thing. I just wanted it for the motor. It was totaled, but I drove it anyway. But
I seen that.
I should have kept it just for the motor, but I sold it. Man wanted it. I needed tires for the bike, so I went and sold it so I could buy my tires.
Yeah.
Man, those tires I bought 4 years ago was $350. I got right at $900 in those tires right now. 4 years later, had to buy another set, the exact same set, $900 this year.
Learned something new, y'all. Sterling came in here, says just double click on the comment. It puts them right up there on the screen. I've been looking all over off and on. Where do you do that at? And I'm right clicking, and
I can't see
it comes along and gives you a little nugget.
I can't see it anyway, man. I can't see small print.
No,
me neither.
Another thing is, if it check gets going too much, you can just star them to go back, and you can click your star one, and then you can go back and actually pull them up and go through what's going on.
Trying to find how to put them up there is where I found the star. I started the first one. I started Gregory Ray, and I saw it over there in a different category, so you could go catch up all the stars that you want to make. That meaning that those are important comments you want to go back and share or something like that. That's what you'd use that for, yeah.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of live shows, and I had the stream decks and stuff where
Yeah.
I had all the buttons, so you didn't have to click. You just press the button; it would do stuff for you.
I've seen
Yeah.
on YouTube now too, on because I've been responding to some of y'all's comments. YouTube's got a thing on there now where you can make a little video out of the comment. If somebody leaves you a comment, you can hit it somehow or another on from YouTube and make a video off of it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's a new feature they've added on there because it keeps saying you can make a comment, make a video from this comment. So,
Okay.
it just started popping up. I've been trying to catch up on everything. Like I said, I've been out of the loop for nearly 2 weeks while my phone exploded. I still haven't. I was going to take that thing out there and bury it or throw it away one, but I ain't done nothing with it yet.
Agitation sells. Too often people lean into clickbait. You know, I borderlined on that a time or two, and then I thought, well, I'm going to do a video on clickbait because I don't like the clickbait myself, and I didn't know what I was doing. I thought, well, let me just try to see if it makes a difference, you know, and some of that. But yeah, that don't feel good to even come close to doing something like that because I'd hate to see something on a thumbnail, go in there and like, what's this? I feel like I do that all the time anyway because I really don't stick to subjects when I go out. I just randomly talk about whatever's happening on my way to work,
Yeah.
on my way home. There's traffic, there's relationships, there's changes in your thinking in life. There's you know whatever that's right out there. I talk about my YouTube friends and whatever, and that's pretty much my thing. So I gotta find what's the main subject. You know, well. I may have said the line once and I'll put it up there on the title and like you may not like, oh, you don't want to have that 8 minutes into the video, you know. So I try to take that chunk out now once in a while you'll see and I'll put that chunk first thing in the video, like the most exciting thing, like the guy the other day doing the wheelie, you know, behind me. Put that in the beginning right away. Don't wait for 10 minutes down the road for people to try to skim through and find it or whatever.
Yeah, you called me.
A lot of people do that.
You called me out today. Said you was in there riding like a hooligan.
Yeah, I did. It just came out, and of course, then I remembered you. I was like, oh, you know, I didn't mean nothing by it. I know you wouldn't take offense. You're a big boy, but still, think of those things like, ugh.
I make sure the camera's never rolling when I'm breaking the law.
Yeah.
Allegedly, officer, I may not have ran the red light the other day. I got to her sitting there. I sit there 15 minutes. I said, the hell with this. I'm gone. And
Yeah,
Fort
man.
Payne's got DOT cameras. They don't have to worry about the cops catching you down here. They'll mail you the ticket. They're putting up a new one now. They put up a new DOT camera right there in front of work. I said, yeah, now I got to remember that one's there.
Rolling Thunder, I'm going to have to check out your channel a little bit more and try to,
Yeah.
more support towards you as well. I appreciate you coming here and taking time to do that and sending me your number. Is it cool to hit you up once in a while about, you know, whatever? And
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm always,
all right.
always
Yeah.
up to help.
I got a question for Rolling Throttle. You said your thumbnail don't have to match your video?
Right.
Okay. Because I was always told that your thumbnail had to be with the video.
Well, your title to your video, I think, is more
Okay.
what we're
That's what I'm
talking
saying.
about.
Well, the
That's what I'm saying.
title goes underneath
Right.
it.
Yeah, but you can, like, what we'll do is it's kind of like also a hook, also like something happens in it.
Mhm.
So we'll do like a little short thing that's kind of a hook in the thumbnail to make them click it, and then if you go and watch through, you'll see if you watch the earlier stuff, I'm like where you guys were at. I'm learning my way through. If you watch the later stuff that's happened, you can kind of see I got the format. And Motorbomb's that works for me is hook them in the beginning.
Okay.
But your thumbnail should be your hook, also a hook too. So
Because I know on some videos you get a girl showing her butt, click on it, ain't got nothing to do with the girl.
clickbait.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got that.
You must have been watching that Angel White Horse.
Yeah, but I just you know, I might have a title about what we're actually doing, but I might say something stupid in the video. So I have us up there, and I'll have that stupid saying as
Oh,
on the The thumbnail.
Okay.
That's what I did on the title on one of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did that on the. I did that for the. I didn't do it for the thumbnail, but I did it on the title.
Yeah. Or it's usually me doing something stupid. So.
Okay.
If I come up with something that are off the wall, I'm like, well, that sounds pretty weird, and I'll stick it on there. Or I write down my titles when I'm coming down there, and I jam them together. It's kind of like trying to write a song or something. Come up with the title on this thing.
It sounds like you're trying to write a country song for every one of them.
Yeah. Hey man, yeah. I don't know if you've watched my videos or not, man. I get on there singing. I ain't got no better sense than not. I'll sing all the way through the thing. I forget that the camera's rolling and I got the mic live mic. I'll just let it rip.
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't keep up with every video everybody makes. And I don't
There's a
expect
lot of
everybody. I don't expect anybody to do that with mine. But I'm always here to help because
Yeah.
we have our podcast, the YouTube, all the social media platforms. So it's a lot to keep up with.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm retired and ain't got nothing else to do.
well,
Yes, you do. You ride a lot.
Yeah, I do that now.
You ain't got time for YouTube. I'm riding.
well, if you ever come to West by God, Virginia, hit me up.
Well, we're going to Tazewell in July.
Yeah, you doing that?
What van?
Yeah.
Probably not. We're doing our own event in June 13th through the 16th,
Okay.
and it's not like it's more of as a hooligan up there would enjoy it. It's more hooligans, bunch of performance guys, stunt riders. We get
Okay.
together, and because July and August is going to be busy between the hometown rally, because we also do our own suspension and stuff for Harley Davidson products,
Mm-hmm.
and so we do rallies. So we'll go to rallies and work, and we got
Okay.
hometown and Sturgis back to back. So in
All
July
right.
and August, and then I work at a Harley Davidson dealership full time. So
Mm.
Yeah, I ride the
That's
hated
awesome.
H.
What town?
Charleston,
Charleston, West Virginia.
yep.
That's the big city. That's the
Oh yeah,
main. Yeah, I've been through there. Yeah, several times. I used to drive to Minnesota every year. I haven't done it for a while, but you take that way on that route. A lot nicer.
yeah. We've been spending more time down the mountains towards the West Virginia
Hmm.
Virginia border.
Well,
So
Beckley is just straight south of you on the
yep,
interstate, and then south of that is Tazewell,
yep,
southwest. That's
yeah,
back of
because
the Dragon, basically.
one of our dealerships is in Bluefield down there. So
Well, that's really cool. You spent some time with us, man, and shared some stuff. I really appreciate you.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, all of us
you
are,
always
you know.
you always come on. This is my Friday, so you always come on when I get home, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this while I sit here. So
It was awesome, man. You stopped in. It's a cool thing.
that's no
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
problem.
Yeah, and getting Ray on here and Hooligan, I've been on him a few times doing. I usually put this on, what do you call that, unlisted, get used to the feel of it, get used to having, what can I do? How do I click on stuff and show screens and have things convenient so I can run something smoothly. But when Ray got on here, he had, I don't know, everybody was having issues. I didn't know if it was my fault and Ray was having trouble. He could hear us and not. Sick bastard, he still wasn't able to get on here and
Yeah.
work out. But yeah, so I was a little bit of a panic, but those are things I got to learn too, if I'm going to do this more. And if any one of you want to do something together, whatever, let me know and I'll try to accommodate for sure. I don't have a big channel or nothing, but still
Yeah.
fun to do some of this. And one more thing for Rollin. If one of you guys want to stream this on your own channel, I saw something I can click on. Are you familiar with that? You able to explain that?
Yeah, so it's basically they took the capabilities of another platform called Restream, and you allow your guests and stuff you click on say you allow your guests. So when we come on, we can actually click the button, and while we're on with you, they're also on our channels too.
That's so everybody gets some credit on views and things like that is
Right.
the purpose, right?
Exactly. It
And not
helps
just all
everybody.
me. Yeah. Because I
Yeah.
don't want to be that guy trying to, I wouldn't, you know me good, and I'd never try to do that. So I just wanted to give those options too. If anybody, when you're on with me, want this on your channel,
But
whatever. You may not,
but
you may want to hide it with me on it, but
but there is going to be a thing you're going to have to learn with that is
what?
if they're on somebody else's channel watching, all of you can see it, but not everybody can see the comment. So you got to get good about bringing the comments up onto the screen.
Like I was doing here.
Yep,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah. Get good at.
Yep,
Yeah, I just watched
yep,
Sterling Wheel. I don't know if you watch him or know his channel, but he does. That's where I've been learning like a lot of this, like watching what he does, but I didn't know how he did it.
yep,
But he does that a lot. So yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Because it
the
also
main
gives
thing
you
is
well, it also gives you the capabilities to do it if you got Facebook, and you can do
yes,
it on Instagram or any other platform that you got. Um, it can get when you grow, it gets kind of wild. That's why I don't do it anymore because I mean, they got some of the topics got off in the weeds, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta take this down and edit it. And I really didn't
yeah,
like that. I like to be able just to leave it and let it go because I like the raw.
yep,
I like the raw footage of it live. You know, the
yeah,
conversations.
That's what happened on one of Sterling's live. He had to take it down because he sent the link out where anybody could get on there, and there was a bunch of people getting on there causing all kinds of havoc. And he had to end that live stream and delete it up because it got pretty wild on there.
Yep.
Everybody was jumping on that could get the link. That's one thing too. If you send that link out in the chat, anybody can jump on there. So you never know who's coming on this thing. It's you may get something on here you don't want.
Yeah, so I mean, but it's a great tool to use as a small channel to grow your channel.
Right. I had
that's
a Motorbomb on mine. I think that's the first time you ever went live.
yeah. I remember when you first asked me, I was hemming and hawing for a day or two. It was like, oh man, I'm gonna be on the blast here. You know, I have to be myself.
But
I ain't done live in a while, so
It was
but
scary.
but I enjoy finding people like you guys and doing what I can to help. I'm not a huge channel. I'm not a rock star or anything, but I enjoy it because I remember when I was with you guys and I had zero help. You know, so
Yeah.
I think
I
I think that's where my pet peeve gets with some. I'll get on my soapbox for a second. I think that's where my pet peeve with a lot of people gets is there's plenty
Yeah.
to go. There's plenty to go around. You should be able to help each other, right? You
Yeah.
know,
I
there's
say
Yeah.
Well,
so
support them and support you. That's what I said.
I'm a
yeah,
little guy. I'm going to agree, and I'm okay with being a little guy, honestly. But if I
I
can
know,
learn
right?
some things and grow a little bit, from things that you're saying, that yeah, that's wonderful, and I appreciate it because it's just neat. Okay, that's a new thing to see what happens, and it's exciting, and you come out with some different content possibly, and you meet some different people. That's why I say
right.
the relationships are probably the most important right now for me. So it's really
Right. The
And not
great
all of
to
it's
Motorbomb.
going to
have.
work.
So
Not all of it's going to work for you. You know, you got to find
yeah.
what works with your
Yeah, that's
style and
why
your channel. So
venturing out with some live streams. I'm like, well, I got this thing.
Definitely.
It took me forever to hit the go live today. It took me and when I did, it was unlisted, and I'm sitting there for 20 minutes thinking I'm live. And Hooligan tells me, I don't see. What are you doing, man? He just texted me, and I'm like, well, I'm live. And he says, no, you're not. I don't see you. It's like, oh, I forgot that setting.
You,
hey,
Put it, yeah, put
don't
it on
don't
public,
worry. Don't
Gene.
worry. Don't worry. Go back and watch a few of my lives, and you will laugh because I put a lot of work into it. You know, I have these beginnings. You
oh
know,
my God.
I do a speech. I go through everything, and then I get a text message from one of my buddies like, "Hey, your mic's not on." After I've done like 20 minute speech or something.
And then you can't think of what you said. You can't go back and think of it again. You're like,
Yeah, yeah.
I
You just
forgot
got.
what I was saying. I said, yeah, I've been there.
Yep.
Yeah.
We all do it. So you just gotta roll with the punches.
Hey, Ray.
All right, you guys, let's wrap this up. I'm going to go get ready and chat over on Sterling's a little bit, if you don't mind, and we'll keep in touch. Ray, thank you so much for joining me, man. I'm glad we got to do
Hey,
this.
no problem.
Especially you got a new friend here, Rollin. Your name, I guess you sent it. Do you mind using first names when we're talking as well, when we're on live streams, or do you prefer to be called by your, Rolling
Everybody calls me Hells.
Hells?
Yep. If
Okay.
you ever ride with me, you'll figure out why.
I need to put that, yeah, HELS or
HELLS.
LLS. Okay.
Yep.
For some reason, I thought I saw it with one L somewhere. And
We'll text a little bit here in a minute.
yes, that way I can put my little note on there and in my phone book, whatever, and look smart when I talk to you next time.
But
All right.
I'm very appreciative and humble. I want to thank you guys for letting me come on and hang out with you.
Yeah.
So
We appreciate it.
And no word, man.
I'm glad you accepted. All right, I'm going to hit the end, and we'll catch up with you all
In a minute.
Yeah,
All right,
in a
y'all.
minute. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. See y'all.